5 solid low-carb grains to remember for your eating routine. All of us need sugars as well as protein and fat, yet every individual requires an alternate measure of these 3 primary supplements. The distinction between low-carb grains and different grains lies in the way they're handled. Here are the 5 recipes. 1. Buckwheat. Buckwheat is a pseudo grain that has around 20 grams of carbs per serving. A pseudo grain, or pseudo cereal, comes from seeds rather than grasses like genuine grains. It's a finished protein, meaning it contains every one of the 9 fundamental amino acids. Bulgar is likewise a decent wellspring of fiber, B nutrients, and magnesium. This old grain has been consumed in Asia for quite a long time. Archaeological studies accept that buckwheat has been filled in northern China for food purposes for quite some time. Japanese soba noodles are a famous illustration of food made with buckwheat. So what's it like to eat? Buckwheat tastes nutty and it's an extraordinary choice to rice in dishes like risotto or as a side dish. Buckwheat is as often as possible utilized as a flour substitute, like in bread or hot cakes. Regardless of its name, buckwheat is a sense gluten grain and it tends to be delighted in by individuals with wheat-responsive qualities or sensitivities. 2. Quinoa. Quinoa is likewise a pseudo-oat produced using seeds as opposed to grasses. A piece of quinoa has around 21 grams of carbs. It's a finished protein and an incredible wellspring of supplements, like magnesium, folate, and zinc. Quinoa is normally sans gluten and arrives in various varieties, with the most widely recognized being red, white, and dark. Quinoa is many times used to add surface and supplements to the salad while making a decent side dish all alone as a choice to rice. It tends to be added as a nutritious filler to dishes like meatloaf, burgers, stuffed peppers, or in soups or stew. Quinoa additionally works whenever added to heated merchandise like biscuits. 3. Bulgar. Bulgur is produced using broken tire grain pieces of wheat berries that are parboiled and dried. It tastes nutty and it's not difficult to work with as it cooks rapidly, prepared in 10 to 15 minutes. Bulgur contains around 14 grams of carbs per 100 grams serving and it's a low glycemic choice. It's likewise high in fiber and contains fundamental nutrients and minerals, like iron, magnesium, and potassium. Bulgur is normal in Middle Eastern and Mediterranean weight control plans, like in the parsley salad tabbouleh. It's a decent substitute for different grains, like rice, quinoa, or oats, and it very well may be made into cereal, utilized as a base for a serving of mixed greens or grain bowl, blended into soups, or added to burgers. 4. Wild rice. For added sustenance benefits, consider trading white for wild rice. Cooked wild rice has around 21 grams of carbs per serving. There are various types of wild rice, which is semi-oceanic grass instead of a grain. Wild rice contains more protein and fiber than normal rice. It has a firmer surface and a nuttier taste. Wild rice can be utilized instead of white rice in any dish or to fill in for potatoes or pasta. It's likewise decent for a change-up serving of mixed greens, soups, and pilafs. Or on the other hand, attempt it in a stuffed squash, mushroom, or ringer pepper dish. 5. Couscous. Couscous is made of little granules of moved durum wheat semolina. Durum is typical pasta wheat, containing gluten, and is protein-rich. Couscous has around 23 grams of carbs per 100 grams and is high in selenium, a minor element that safeguards against cell harm and infections. Couscous comes in 3 primary assortments: Moroccan, Israeli, and Lebanese. Moroccan is the littlest and quicker cooking, while Lebanese couscous is the biggest. It tastes nutty and can add surface to dishes. Entire wheat couscous is accessible for additional fiber help. It's frequently added to servings of mixed greens and stews, or as a side dish to meat. Couscous can likewise be made into squanders or attempted in a Moroccan tagine. And that's it. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future video.